Welcome to Womanhood, where women come into their full power, come to unleash their feminine force so they can bring forth what it is that they most want. Welcome to Womanhood. My name is Naima. I am here every weekday. No, correction. I am here Monday through Thursday, 12 p.m. Pacific. I am here on TikTok and on Facebook, Monday through Thursday, 12 p.m. Pacific. And I'm helping you as a woman come into your full power. You get to know me here for those of you who are new here, for those of you who are new here, or for those of you who have been here and we're already working together and you just love to come and catch up and say hi. Um, and ultimately, I'll be inviting you, if you are ready to apply what it is that I share here, I'm inviting you ultimately into our woman community. It's a global community where the true feminine force of the woman is unleashed. And today's topic is fear of being seen and or perceived. Overcoming the fear of being seen and or perceived. Okay. And I'm going to give you some questions to ask yourself to begin to perceive yourself. So this topic is a common topic for women who want to create content, and particularly content around inner topics, dealing with the inner self, dealing with trauma, heart, shame, healing, womanhood, motherhood, growing up, starting over again, and all the nuance, the emotional nuance associated with becoming a woman. And so the fear is often of being judged, of being seen through, of somebody like seeing something that they don't see in themselves and then them feeling shame about it, or them being called out in a way about something about themselves that they didn't see about themselves. And so how do you, when you want to bring content forward, when you want to make a difference in the world, when you even just want to be free, maybe you don't want to be a coach or a healer, a content creator, or, you don't want to be in the front with whatever it is that you're selling, offering, promoting, but you want to be free from how your family looks at you when you're around them. You want to be free from them, saying things to you, snapping at you, as you are being who you are. So some questions you can ask yourself are, so the solution here is first start perceiving yourself. You start there. You start perceiving yourself versus being worried about how other people are perceiving. So first of all, start with, what don't you want people to find out about you? What do you not want people to find out about you? That's one question. So you can write that down. What do you not want people to find out about you? Another question is, what do you feel shame about yourself? What do you feel shame about that you don't want other people to see? Like you don't, whether it's old or new. So that's the second question. What do you feel shame about within yourself? Another one is, what do you not want to be seen as? What do you not want to be seen as? Oftentimes I'll hear women say, well, I don't want to seem mean, or I don't want to seem selfish. When here's the trickery, what she wants to do is selfish. She just doesn't want to look that way. Okay. So if let's say, well, I want to take Friday off because I want to go to the spa, or I want my husband to take care of the kids for the whole week so I can do whatever the thing is I want to do, or whatever your thing is that you want to do that is completely self-serving. Okay. I want this for me. And you feel like people are going to be like, oh, that's selfish. You're being selfish. Or what, especially if it's something that it's like, specifically, well, this is a global thing. This is not just black women. It's all women. It's like getting tired as a mom. I've just heard this so many times. Like you get tired and almost like you're not supposed to get tired, don't get sick. Like all of your value is in what you can produce as a mom. Like it's being a mother is a very masculine role, by the way. Yes, you're taking care of your kids, but so much of it is about order and planning and having things together. Being a mom is very masculine, in addition to the feminine parts of nurturing. Okay. And so if a mom is like, well, I want a week off. How about that? I want a week off. Oh my God, you're selfish. So oftentimes what women will do, whether she's a mom or she's not a mom, is she will just try to make it look different. She'll try to flip it. She'll try to make it sound differently. So the question you want to ask yourself is, what do you not want to be seen as? Okay, so those are three questions, first of all, to start with perceiving yourself. One, what do you not like about yourself, or what do you feel shame about? Okay, what do you not like about yourself, or what do you feel shame about? This is how you start perceiving yourself so you can stop being worried about other people seeing you and perceiving you. Okay? Because if you're not aware or even in approval of all the things that you're not aware of, you're constantly going to be worried about, well, what if people see something about me that I don't see about myself? And okay. So you can start by doing these things. Then the third question is, what do you not want to be seen as? I don't want to seem selfish. I don't want to seem like a whore. I don't want to seem like I'm stupid. I don't want to seem like I'm greedy. I don't want to seem like I'm trying too hard. I don't want to seem like I'm thirsty. I don't want to seem like I really want it. I don't want people to see my hunger. I don't want to seem too sexual. I don't want to seem like an angry black woman. I don't want to say, do you see how you'll never be able to create content and be free in your expression and visibility if you're constantly policing how you appear to other people, because I don't want people to see me like this and see me like that. And so those are some questions to ask yourself. So that's my recommendation for you, is to get into perceiving yourself. Now, what I want to add to this is um, I had a conversation with a woman yesterday, powerful woman, who was like, I don't want to be inauthentic. I don't want to be fake. I don't want to be a fraud. And I'm like, you're not going to be. You don't, right? You're saying something else here, right? And so obviously we dug down into it. And she was like, well, because on the path, thank you for the compliment. On the path, when you're becoming a woman, when you're growing up, when you're truly becoming unapologetic, you have a way that you see things and you see yourself and you see the world and you have your perspective and how you feel about things today. A month from now, 3 months from now, 6 months from now, you're gonna read things, you're gonna have experiences, you're gonna have breakthroughs, you're gonna live. And in that living, you're gonna have shifts in perspective. I mean, don't you see things differently today than you did a year ago? And so naturally, if you start creating content this month, the month of April, let's say you start creating content about the woman's body. That's her topic, body and dance. She's a dancer. Her whole thing is about the body, and that a huge power source for women is their body. This woman is so powerful. I'm just like, oh my God. And she's like, she wants to come and share this content online about the power of the body, the power of the female body. Okay. And she's like, I'm going to come. I don't want to like come with this knowledge and come with this teaching. And then as I'm growing and I have shift, or I think something different or something changed, then I share something new or a different perspective. Oh, and this is another thing she said. She said, I can see things from multiple perspectives. That's what she said. That's great, right? She's like, but when you can see things from multiple perspectives, people think that you're selling out or like you're a fraud. This is what she said on the phone. This one was 34 years old. She's a mom, super powerful black woman, melanin dominant woman, super powerful melanin dominant woman. And she's like, because I can see things from multiple angles, I can see how this is cool, but then how this is cool too, and then people call you a fraud, and then sometimes I change my perspective about things, and and I'm like, this is what I told her. I told her a few things. One, when you're talking, you're going to have different people at different levels of consciousness listening to you, looking at your videos, and you don't know who's looking at your videos. You're going to have different people with different perspectives and different levels of consciousness looking at you. When people like me are looking at you, I'm going to understand exactly what you're talking about. I'm going to be like, yep, yep. And when you share something from a different perspective that seems to conflict with this other side, I'm going to understand that too, because I have dynamic thinking like you, okay? When you have this reality or perspective today on April 1st, and then on June 22nd, because of some experience you had in between, or because of some knowledge you didn't have, or because you woke up somewhere, this thing that you said on April 1st is now very different than what you say on June, and I'm going to understand that you had life experience that shifted your perspective. When people are listening to you, there are people like that who are going to see that and get that. Then there are going to be other people who are going to be like, well, wait a minute, you said that, but then that don't make sense with that. I don't know if she's somebody I can listen to, if I can trust. And what that tells you is how they're thinking, not who you are. You see what I mean? This is what I told her yesterday. This tells you how they're thinking, not who you are. Everybody has a different level of thinking. Didn't you think something about something a year ago, and now that you have experience, you think different? My mom was telling me a former boss of hers was very strict around like taking off work with the kids and just having to do things unplanned with the kids. She said this woman was so strict and harsh. She said, and then that woman had a daughter. She said that woman daughter couldn't even breathe strange without that woman taking off of work. And so that woman had a shift in perspective because she had a new experience in her life. And so the same thing will happen with you as you grow the fuck up. Because a lot of women are not adults. They're just adult bodies, and they have 16-year-old girls running their fucking show. Okay? So when they start growing the fuck up for real, which means start telling the truth. Start telling the truth about your true pussy desire. You start telling the truth about who you really are. You start telling the truth about what you really want. You start telling the truth about your true intent. And letting yourself run through the emotional gauntlet with the intent to grow the fuck up. And then you start coming out into the world as an adult. And just because you got kids, mortgage, real estate, married, and you travel, don't make you grown. It just means you know how to do what adult grown people do. Because plenty of y'all know 50-year-old women who act like children. Plenty of y'all know grandmothers who act like children, who are underdeveloped, emotionally underdeveloped. So, when you start growing up, you're going to have experiences that your desire to grow up will let you have, that your childish ways won't let you have. So when you start growing up, a perspective that you had at 32, that you were so confident about and loud about and like, girl, please, I'm whoop, whoop, da, 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 da. And then over that next year, you have an experience that shifts your heart, opens your mind, has you see something different. You're going to be like, girl, we passed that. We over that, girl. A year later, that's how you're going to be. Do that make you a fraud? Do that make you inauthentic? No, you had life experience. And it expanded your horizons. And that's why those of you who had never traveled in your life, you had never traveled internationally, and then you traveled somewhere outside of the United States, and you had an experience that made you like see humanity different, had you see yourself different, give you hope again. Now you feel very different than you did before you traveled. All of this is about shifting perspective. That when you start to grow up, you understand that the dynamism of everything I just said here of assess and perceive yourself so that you stop being concerned with other people perceiving you. I gave you 3 questions on how to start doing that. how life experience will shift your perspective. I mean, any living person who's actually thinking in their life and paying attention in their life can tell you that. And so this concern about people calling you a fraud or inauthentic because you have a shift in perspective, because you've lived, because you've gotten new knowledge, because you've decided you want to live this way instead of that way, let them learn by watching you. Because them same people who will talk mess about you today will be in love with you 6 months from now, a week from now. And so give yourself the grace, give yourself the patience, give yourself the permission, give yourself the love, give yourself the opportunity to grow up, because so many of us, this woman was on the phone with me and she's not the only one. I just said to her, I said, what are melanin dominant women doing with themselves? I'm like, because just me being with myself and knowing who I am. And she said to me, I know that I just chose to forget a lot because I had to move on. I had to live. I had to, and when we're living in a world, so I'm not going to even go too far. Give yourself the chance to grow up. Give yourself a chance to get to know you. You are going to look like a fool a lot of the times as you're starting to grow up. All of this black woman behavior, all of this typical conversations happening online, even the way we talk about things is so limited, it's so boring. We are so much more. We're so much powerful. We're capable to do so much more. And this woman, like so many of us, are just alone, in pain, just not feeling supported. We be married, still not, like, because the man, he just wants you to cook and clean and shut the fuck up and make him feel important, and you never become much, and then you stay there because you don't know what else to do with yourself, and you feel like you're going to be alone anyway, and it's like, I can't do it. I'm unwilling to do it, and so many women now are in the pain of, okay, like, so what do I do now that I'm here? Whether I have left the marriage or I'm still in the marriage, but I want to get to know myself and grow up. Give yourself the grace to be anti-black. How about that? Give yourself the grace to be anti-typical black woman. Give yourself the grace to be more. Give yourself the grace to go places, explore things, do things, think things, play, dance. Allow yourself to do things that you never have done, that you never would have done, that you would have judged yourself in the past for doing. Just let yourself live, and you're going to find out so much about yourself when you truly let yourself move from desire. Because all of this, like being behind the computer and being scared of life and worried about how people gonna see you, and you getting older and older and older, and like this woman said on the phone yesterday, she's like, my days just slip away, and before you know it, a day has turned into weeks, and before you know it, the whole year has gone by, and now I'm 34 years old, and then you're gonna be 36 and 37. You have the power. You always have. You have the power. You always have. Give yourself the grace, the space, the permission, the time, the attention to focus on what lights you up, what makes you come alive, what gives you your juice, what makes you want to dance, what makes you want to sing, what makes your body loosen, what makes you feel good, what makes you smile, what makes you want to love, what makes you open, what makes you say yes to life. Go there. Notice what brings you there. Stay on the pulse of life. You are life. Anything outside of that is because you've given your power over to thoughts and people and circumstances that zap the juice out of your creative, magnetic life ability. So I just gave you 3 questions to start perceiving yourself so you can stop being afraid of other people perceiving you. I'm logging off now. I'm here Monday through Thursday at 12 p.m. Pacific for, this is Womanhood, Fear of Being Seen. I'm inviting you into the Womanhood Initiative. If you're ready for this power that I've been talking about, if you're ready to come alive, if you're ready to activate your pussy magnetic ability, if you're ready to activate your heart, if you're ready to get over fear of being seen, if you're ready to connect with other women who are doing the same, if you're ready to love yourself like never before so you can love other people, if you're ready to come alive, if you're ready to be seen in the world for who you really are, if you're ready to start to embrace all of life, the good and the bad, if you're ready to stop hiding from yourself, hiding from your power, hiding from your voice, come to my Womanhood Initiative. come to my Womanhood initiative. It's happening this Thursday. You can sign up with the link in my bio. If you're on Facebook, you can sign up with the link with this video. My Womanhood initiative, helping you to come back into your heart, into your body, into your life, so you can have what you most want. Sign up for the initiative with the link in my bio. Thank you so much for being here. I will see you tomorrow at 12 p.m. Pacific.